Time now for Sid 6-0. This is where he gets 60 seconds to blah, blah. Following yet another first-round collapse last season, ownership of the Toronto Maple Leafs, that's Rogers, Bell, and Larry Tannenbaum, didn't make any changes to the front office or behind the bench. I've been wondering all summer, is ownership really okay with this? Well, we learned yesterday they are not. Leafs GM Kyle Dubas, who has a year left on his deal, was not offered an extension.
I fully expect to be judged on the full body of my work over the 5-year term of my contract, and I have zero issue with being evaluated over the entire body of work here.
Also, he has no choice. Kyle Dubas is on notice. Not winning in April and May in this town has consequences. It also means his head coach, in theory, Sheldon Keefe, is also on notice. And maybe, just maybe, Leafs president Brendan Shanahan. They need to win in the playoffs now, this season, or else. I was not prepared for that yesterday. Nick Kypreos of Sportsnet 590 The Fan joining us. Kipper, missed you all summer, brother. You look fantastic.
Yeah,
all
thanks.
right, to not give Dubas the extension, I understand it to a point, but there's a part of me that's still a little surprised. Where do you sit with this?
Well, I think a lot of people are quite surprised that, it's been 5 years. He's never advanced past the first round, and yet he's still in a position to carry on. My estimation, if it was anyone but Brendan Shanahan in his position looking after him, he would have been gone by now. But he gets another opportunity, but it's clear that very seldom do you see a general manager, a coach, go in the last year of his deal without an added a year on an extension. So it's crystal clear. He's got to have a great season, and they've got to advance for him to move forward. If he doesn't, and this thing struggles out of the gate, there could be changes by Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, and for those who don't remember, it's not like the Leafs had a great start a year ago. They figured it out. But it got hairy in this market for about three weeks, 3.5 weeks. Kipper, the only thing I'm thinking about long term is at the trade deadline here, you're going to have a general manager in Kyle Dubas who's essentially fighting for his job. Now, the Leafs do have some first rounders on the horizon. That wasn't the case recently, but they do now. They have picks to trade. They don't have a ton of prospects in the organization, but they have a few. Are Leaf fans comfortable? Is the organization comfortable with a guy fighting for his job going into a trade deadline? I think that's a slippery slope.
It is, and that's where Brendan Shanahan would come in and
sure.
really make key decisions moving forward. But, despite Kyle Dubas being there at the trade deadline or somebody else coming in, you got to factor in that Austin Matthews is 2 years removed from being an unrestricted free agent. So we're all under the impression, Sid, that the Toronto Maple Leafs have got a small window here in the next year or two. So whether it's Kyle Dubas or anyone else at the trade deadline, you're going to see an aggressive team go for it because this team has to win in the next few years.
100%. Never a dull moment with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They begin the preseason with a split squad rare doubleheader at Scotiabank this weekend, a 1 o'clock game and then a 7 o'clock game. You don't see that all the time. Dina sends her love. She loves you. We love you, Kipper. Let's talk again soon. We'll get you in studio soon, maybe a little later on in the show so you can get some sleep. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Okay. Enjoy.
The one and only Nick Kypreos from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. He is fantastic. Leafs day one training camp today. Already a lot going on.